Hello and welcome to the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Maria Moreau here with another installment of Catch Up Quick. This is a top of the hour segment we like to do where we catch you up on the latest stories making headlines in and around Metro Atlanta. And if you are familiar with this segment, you know I always like to start with a live look outside. This is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. A beautiful dry day so far. If you are traveling today, it's a fantastic day to fly. Over the weekend, it is not going to be as dry, so make sure you have the First Alert Weather app downloaded. It's a fantastic tool so you can plan ahead, especially for all of you that are going to be here in a couple days finalizing your Super Bowl plans, hopefully. All right, let's jump into your top stories here, and I want to start with this one in Southwest Atlanta, really a situation that spanned several hours. Earlier this morning, SWAT teams surrounded this neighborhood, leaving people who live in the area a little on edge. This happened just hours after police initially responded to a deadly shooting in this same area. Law enforcement could be seen stationed at the corner of Joseph E. Lowry and Mitchell Street, blocking off a perimeter on that end where a man was just killed last night. Now the shooting, the deadly shooting happened at around 9 p.m. and then at 1 a.m. we saw law enforcement return to this neighborhood, SWAT also joining that response. There are several homes, apartment buildings, and businesses in this area, as well as a high school, and class very much in session today. We're still trying to determine if this SWAT situation is connected to that deadly shooting along Mitchell Street. We will let you know as soon as we find out. All that we can tell you right now is police were in the area attempting to serve a search warrant. We're going to continue to follow this and bring you any and all updates on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. And right now, there are growing calls for a deeper investigation into a officer-involved shooting out of Cobb County. Moments ago, if you were with us on Atlanta News First Plus, we took you live to a news conference involving attorneys for the family of a man who was shot and killed by police. Atlanta News First Rebecca Schramm is in downtown Marietta, where the family is saying that the DA may have let the officer off the hook prematurely.
Family will hold that news conference here outside the Cobb County District Attorney's office. They say they plan to call him out, saying he took incomplete evidence to the grand jury. Let's take you back to August of 2021. Police were trying to pull over 28-year-old Devonte Dwayne Brown of Austell, who had fled a traffic stop. You can see from the body cam video, they boxed him in at the intersection of Powder Springs and Sandtown Roads in Marietta. He continued to ram police cars, injuring one of the officers. We're not showing the part where another officer opened fire, killing Brown. The GBI later told us detectives found a gun in Brown's car. Attorneys for Brown's family contend that Brown was not a threat at that moment because he'd been boxed in and because his airbag had deployed, essentially trapping him. The officer who pulled the trigger was not indicted, and the Brown family attorneys believe that's because Cobb County District Attorney Flynn Brody presented the evidence to the grand jury 9 months before the GBI had fully completed its investigation. They plan to draw attention to that this morning. We will be here and we'll let you know what else they say. In downtown Marietta, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
And that news conference, if you missed it, a lot to unpack there. That took place at 10 a.m. this morning. We brought it to you right here on Atlanta News First Plus. You can also catch it on our website, AtlantaNewsFirst.com. This is a photo of Devonte Brown. The family, and attorneys for the family, I should say, the family did not attend, are calling out for more action, for more of a response from the district attorney in how this case was handled. Again, we will continue to keep you updated. Our Atlanta News First Rebecca Schramm will have a report for you during our new newscast, so make sure you tune in. You can watch that on the free Atlanta News First app. And for many of you that are following the latest on the Fulton County government outage that we continue to bring you, some updates for you stemming from a news conference that was held just yesterday. Officials are still working right now to bounce back after a massive cyber attack that happened just a week ago. Now, while some services, and most services, I should say, have been restored, others are still feeling the effects of that outage. Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson was outside of the Fulton County Jail, where they had to find a way to keep things running.
Businesses like bail bonds companies that work directly with the Fulton County Jail say they are having to change the way they do things since this cybersecurity incident caused widespread IT outages. Since January 28th, this has affected many services at places like the police department and water services and the county's phone and court system. Some services have been restored, but officials say the tax system is still down and the court system is still affected.
We know this is affecting many of our constituents. I want to say a special thanks to our leaders in the justice system who have worked hard to find solutions to keep their processes working while our court system is down.
Now we're learning staff at Second Chance Bail Bonds are still seeing the impacts too. Staff there say they are having to write out contracts due to their electronic systems being down, which is making things less efficient for them.
We literally are going over to the jail. They're handwriting out receipts, they're handwriting out the bonds. Everything is like back to old school. The jail staff has been extremely patient and helpful, as well as ourselves, and the customers, the families, they're understanding that you know, it's out of our control.
Fulton County officials say they are working around the clock to get everything restored. They also say they're investigating what caused the IT outages. In Fulton County, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
And some news that rocked not just us here in Atlanta and Georgia, but really across the country. Country singer Toby Keith has died at the age of 62 following a long battle with stomach cancer. Now, according to a statement posted on social media site X, the country singer passed away peacefully Monday night, surrounded by loving family. Keith was diagnosed with stomach cancer back in June 2022. The singer is survived by his wife and 3 children. And more locally, I did want to also share the tragic news of a beloved University of Georgia Bulldog fan. You might recognize this face. You probably have taken a picture with him. Unfortunately, we do want to share with you at this time the loss of Trent Woods, also known as Big Dog. The family of Woods sharing that he died Monday of natural causes at just the age of 46. Now, Woods took great pride in carrying on the family tradition of painting a bulldog on his head every single Saturday during football season. His family is asking for prayers at this time and said they plan to provide more information about his death in the days ahead. Our Atlanta News First reporter Adam Murphy will actually have more for you on his life, his legacy, and the amount of love that UGA fans had for him later this evening on our Atlanta News First newscast. We'll hope you'll tune in. A good reminder at this time as we talk about some of the sadder news coverage that has a lot of people talking to hold on to your loved ones a little tighter today. Tell your friend you appreciate them. Maybe step outside and enjoy your day a little. It's dry, it's sunny, it's beautiful. A little chilly, but a lot to appreciate and be thankful for. We thank you for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. We will continue to bring you live stream coverage on all the major stories impacting Metro Atlanta and beyond right here where you're watching. Have a great day.